That's great. Yeah, fucking I with comedy, like with music, I won't hate on anybody. Even if it's a really shitty song, I'll be like, man, the vocals are fucked up. That's terrible music. But I'll break it down and be like, the production's off, whatever. But when it comes to comedy, I think everything fucking sucks except for what I love. I either love it or I'm like, this is dog shit. And then, okay, that was one. You just give me one. Give me one. If I'm 10 minutes in and you don't give me one that I think is sharp, you are a worthless pile of shit. You can't come up with a single joke. Did you not have friends that you could make laugh when your private group?
I want to talk to you about something, and I hope you've heard it because this is right on topic.
Go for
Did you ever see the Aristocrats, the documentary, The Aristocrats?
it. The fact you bring that up, I just
Oh,
can't.
we just talked about it. I'm sorry.
No, 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 we did not. We actually, this was offline. It's Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah.
Wait, didn't we just talk about
No,
this in
no,
the last episode?
no, we talked about it offline. Yeah. Gilbert Gottfried's Aristocrats is the greatest. I don't know. I didn't re-listen. Did we cover it in the last one? I don't listen to this shit after it's one, for me, I don't want to hear the same.
Yeah.
Either way, the what Gilbert did uh to that crowd was the greatest thing ever. He just tortured it. So this is like a friars club. It's a bunch of like very wealthy people, like and he just goes into the dirtiest joke ever
Uh,
about, and then the father shoves his finger in the daughter's ass and has her sucking his cock and eating his asshole. And then he takes the son and he just this thing. And then they all shit and they piss in the middle of the floor where the dog's licking the shit. Excuse me, sir. Do you want me to start over? And so let me continue. You want me to the dog is eating the shit and the piss in the middle of the floor while the father's doing the skull. And he goes through this whole thing. If you watch it, it's like 14 minutes of everybody pissing themselves in the
oh God.
because he can't stop. They're like, how far is he going to take it? And he just keeps taking it further and further.
I didn't get to Gilbert because I had to turn it off. It got so bad I
Yeah.
had to turn it off.
Which you had to turn what off? The joke?
The 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 Aristocrats documentary.
Gilbert's in it?
Everybody's in it.
Wait, wait. Okay, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, is it the story of that joke?
It's the story of the joke.
Oh, yeah,
And it's
I've
and
seen
there
it.
and there's about 50 or 50 comedians that tell it throughout.
Yes, they were all part of this epic
And
thing.
they just splice it all together, and it's pretty good. But it got so fucking bad that I was blushing. Fucking I had to turn it off because I didn't want to hear that language anymore. I couldn't listen to it.
The way you have to when I sent you the Zelensky that was in light of that, did it make more sense? Because
Yes, every now that I
basically
know, yes,
I
yes.
did a mini version of what he did, broken down on Zelensky fucking us all over, and I channeled that aristocrats joke for the purpose of that, and it's a very. But I did so much research. I had all the proper Ukrainian terminology. When you hear me go into Ukraine, that's actually Ukrainian language for all the. I have no idea what it is. I just practiced that language, and
Yeah.
then I did the because Zelensky talks like a Mexican a little bit. He'd be like, "Hey, then we went to these," or, you know what I mean?
He looks a little bit like it.
He's like, Putin does not deserve me to talk to him. You're like, where
Yeah.
the fuck are you from? That's not the Ukrainian accent. Oh,
Holmes.
President Trump does not. You're like, what the fuck did you come from? Where did you come from? It has nothing to do with
Is Gilbert your guy for that joke? Is that
It's for me, Gilbert is up
It's
there.
gotta be. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
I don't.
So when I picked, remember, I hired Gilbert right before he died. I looked through on that fucking app. There's an app with every celebrity you can imagine, every comedian you can imagine. Everybody is on there. Everybody's on there. Andrew Dice Clay, blah, blah, blah. Every comedian in the world is you can buy them to do a specialized voice. Rogan's not on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you were on there, it would be probably $2,000 for you. I'll do a hello, but he's not a whore. But every other comedian's like $50, 200, $100, whatever. Every one of them. I went through thousands, and I was like, Gilbert and Andrew Dice Clay were my last two. And I was like, Gilbert, I'm going with Gilbert. He's like, that's how
So,
highly I
so,
thought of
and
Gilbert.
what does he do? He calls you and says hello.